Alright, so I tried recording this video earlier, and I don't think I like how it turned out, so I'm gonna talk about the subject again. There's an idea, a thought, that has been marinating inside my brain, and I wanted to share it. And the basic premise is, sometimes life fucking sucks. Sometimes life fucking sucks. Sometimes life is shit. Sometimes things don't go your way. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, things just don't seem to be working out right now. Maybe you're trying to start a new business, you're trying to get your business going, you're trying the entrepreneurial path, and you're doing everything that you think you're supposed to do. And you're really trying. And you're doing everything right, supposedly. You're doing everything right. Everything that you've been told to do, everything that you've learned, you're applying it. And it's still just not working. Maybe you're trying to start a service-based business, some sort of B2B business, and you're doing client outreach, and you've got your services or your products set up, and you're reaching out to people, you're doing organic content, whatever you're doing. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter what your business is. And you're just trying. And nothing is happening. You're getting no replies, you're getting no responses. No matter what you do, nothing is happening. And you've been working on it for ages, you've been working on it for weeks or months, and you've got no clients and you've made no money. It doesn't have to be business. It can be anything, any topic, any subject, any area of your life that you're looking to improve, and you are genuinely trying and it's not fucking working. And it doesn't have to be just one thing. It can be a multitude of things. It can be the culmination of everything, and you just feel stuck in life. It happens. It happens sometimes. And it sucks. But here's the thing. What choice do you have? Are you going to quit? I mean, you can quit, but then it's definitely never going to work. It's definitely never going to happen if you quit. So what choice do you have? You either continue for a potentially infinitesimal chance at success, or you quit for a precisely 0% chance of success. And it's like, look, I don't like the odds of trying, but I'll definitely take them over the odds of not trying. There's a quote. I think it's a Jim Rohn quote. I can't remember exactly how he puts it, but it's something along the lines of, if you don't like the cost of trying, just wait until you get the bill for not trying. Something along those lines. And he's absolutely right. Trying is costly. It's exhausting. It's draining. It's soul crushing. It takes all your time. It takes so much effort. You have to think about things harder than you've ever thought about things before. You have to try things you've never tried before. You have to learn new things. You have to try over and over and over again. You have to do the same thing hundreds and thousands of times with no results before you see any fucking progress. It costs you a lot. But not trying costs you everything, including your soul. And that's one thing I've realized, that no matter how hard things get, I never seem to give up. And I've never really understood why. Why don't I give up? I'm not saying I've never slowed down. I'm not saying I've never struggled. I'm not saying I've ever felt like giving up. But I never actually give up. Why is that? Well, I realized, I just put it together now as I'm speaking about it. It's because I'm unwilling to sell my soul. I'm unwilling to sacrifice my soul for whatever reason. It is hardwired into me that I will not sacrifice my soul. And giving up on my dreams, compromising on my values, would be a sacrifice of my soul. It would be selling my soul, and that's just simply something that I'm not willing to do. So it's not even an option. It doesn't even enter the table of consideration. Giving up just isn't an option. That's like saying, would you like a 1% chance to win $1 million or a 100% chance to win $0? It's like, well, I've got nothing to lose by going for the million. It's 1%, okay. Maybe I win. You might as well try. What else are you going to do with your time? Seriously, what else are you going to do with your life other than try? Entertainment doesn't make you happy. Not really. It doesn't leave you fulfilled. It doesn't give you a sense of pride. a sense of accomplishment, a sense of fulfillment that doesn't come from entertainment. Are you just going to numb yourself? Are you just going to numb yourself endlessly? That doesn't sound good at all. That sounds like sacrificing your soul. So what the fuck else are you going to do other than try? Now, there are multiple answers within trying, and different solutions for different times. If you're struggling, maybe the answer is to try harder. Maybe it's to go 1,000%. Maybe it's to go all out and put in more effort than ever before. Or maybe the answer is to slow down and rest, and instead of chasing results, chase flow, chase energy. Maybe you're genuinely burnt out, and maybe you need to instead not stop, but slow down and adjust and pursue flow instead of simply pursuing outcome. Or maybe you need to slow down a little and adjust your approach. You need to go, okay, this isn't working. I need to do something differently. You need to have enough data before you do that. If you've done 5 outreaches and I didn't get a response, it's been a day, I didn't get a response, must not work. Right? That's not enough data. You do 100 outreaches and you're like, no one even responded, positive or negative, then you might go, okay, I need to change something. It might not be that outreach isn't right for you. It might just be, I need to do a different headline, a different subject, right? I need to do a different opening line, something different, right? Maybe, you do 1,000 outreaches, you might be like, okay, maybe this isn't the method for my industry. I'm not saying you need to get that far before you try something else, but maybe you go, okay, I've done 50 outreaches, this isn't working so far. I'm going to keep doing outreaches, but I'm going to try something else as well. Maybe you adjust your pace, right? So that you can balance it with other forms of client acquisition or whatever it is. But you need to figure something out. But no matter what you do, whether you adjust, whether you go harder, whether you try something else, at the end of the day, all you're really doing is you're still just putting one foot in front of the other. That's all you're doing. And what other choice do you have? What else are you going to do? No matter what you do, the only option is still to put one foot in front of the other. You're going to stop walking? It's like the old saying goes, if you find yourself walking through hell, keep walking. Are you going to stop in hell? Are you going to quit and give up and make camp in hell? That doesn't make any sense. You're partway there already. Might be halfway, might be 10% of the way, might be 99% of the way. You could be almost there. You could be about to break through. But it doesn't really matter, because giving up was never an option in the first place. Because again, what the fuck else are you going to do? When you started to try, and maybe not everyone's like me, I don't know, maybe not everyone's wired like this, but for me, when I started to try to build anything, it was because I had decided that my life without this was unacceptable. I decided, or perhaps I realized, that living my life without X thing was unacceptable to me. Living my life without becoming a millionaire is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. It's not even an option. Living my life without being able to travel the world and live wherever I want is not an option. It's simply not an option. And if I try, there's always a chance I succeed. If I don't try, there's no chance I succeed. But I will not accept giving up. I will not accept not trying. Because if God has put something out there for me, it is my duty to go get it. And I will either get that thing or I will die trying. And if I die trying, then God is showing me that it wasn't for me. Okay? At least I tried. But if you don't try, then you're never going to get it. But not only that, if God has put something out there for you and he wants you to go and get it and you don't try, then you are arrogantly saying that you know more than God and you are wiser than God. If God puts something out there and tells you to go and get it, and you don't, then you are saying that you believe that you know better than God. But if God puts something out there and tells you to go get it, and even if you don't believe in yourself, you at least say, God, I don't know how the fuck this is going to happen, but I'll try. And you genuinely try, then at least you have the humility required to succeed. And you're not so arrogant as to say that you know better than God. And that when God tells you to try, you say, no, I'm not going to try. No, it's not for me. You don't know that. If God tells you to do it, go do it. And again, maybe not everyone's that spiritually in touch, but when God tells me to do something, I know. It's not hard to tell. When it isn't from him, it's hard to tell. Because you might be thinking, oh, I kind of want this. Is this for me? Is God telling me to do this? I don't know. But when he makes it clear, he makes it clear. So don't be so arrogant as to think that you know better than God when he is telling you to go do something. And in my experience and from what I've seen, generally, when God puts someone on a mission and he tells them to go do something, that mission is the most enjoyable and fulfilling thing you could ever do. God rewards you for listening to him with joy and fulfillment, and often many other rewards as well. There are 3 reasons that people don't succeed. This could be a whole video on its own, but I'm going to say it now. There are 3 reasons that people don't succeed at anything in life, anything that they desire. They are either stupid, lazy, or arrogant. Now, in my opinion, I would argue that very few people are actually too stupid to succeed. I would say that there are actually some people who are a bit too smart to succeed because they become arrogant because of their intelligence. But I think there are very few people who are actually too stupid to succeed. There are some, but not many. There are some who are too lazy to succeed, but I still don't think that's that many. More than stupid, yes, but it's not really that many. I believe that most people who don't succeed fail because of their arrogance, because they believe they know better than the person or entity that has the information required in order to bring them to success. If a billionaire tells you, a self-made billionaire tells you exactly what you need to do in your situation to get rich, and you go, nah, I don't think he knows what he's talking about, you might be arrogant. You might be right, but you might be arrogant. And the only way you would ever know if he was right is by testing the theory, by trying what he said. Now, most people who are stupid because they're too arrogant to learn. Most people who are lazy because they are too arrogant to try. So it all really comes down to arrogance. When God puts you on a path, when God shows you the opportunity and tells you to just walk, go north, and everything you ever wanted will be there, and you don't listen, or you don't try, or you're unwilling to learn the lessons that God has for you along that path, then you're not going to succeed. But if you just try, if you just put one foot in front of the other and keep walking down that path, you've got a shot, and you've got an infinitely greater chance than if you never tried in the first place. So, if you're struggling, again, there's more nuance to this. So the specific solution is going to be different in every situation. You might need to adjust your methods. You might lack knowledge that would help you succeed or allow you to succeed. You might lack resources. You might lack a lot of things. But you'll never discover what those are if you don't just put one foot in front of the other. And you will never succeed if you don't just put one foot in front of the other. So no matter what you're going through, no matter where you're stuck on your journey to reach your goals, the solution will never be to give up. So keep trying. Put one foot in front of the other. Pace yourself if you need to. Make adjustments along the way if you need to. Be willing to learn and be willing to keep walking. Don't be so arrogant as to turn down God's blessings by being unwilling to simply put one foot in front of the other and keep walking.